Hello, and welcome to Shaping Industry Today with Schneider Electric, where we explore the latest innovations shaping industries. Today, we're coming to you from the Schneider Electric studio at Hannover Messe, the world's leading industrial trade fair. I'm Violin Kola, and thank you for joining this session on Next Frontier Technology. In this episode, we will explore the unprecedented convergence of IoT, software, digital twins, and artificial intelligence we're experiencing today, and how this convergence is redefining the new frontier of industrial technology and its transformative impact. And joining me are two technology leaders, Peter Weckesser, Chief Digital Officer at Schneider Electric,
Hello.
and Shashwat Khare, Chief Marketing Officer at ETAP. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Peter, let's dive right in. The title of our session is New Frontier Technology. But what does that really mean for industries? What technologies are we talking about?
It's actually a combination of classical or more classical technologies and what we would call frontier technologies. And let me give you somewhat of a list. It's certainly lots of hardware technology which allow real-time computations. It's software, firmware on these hardware devices. It's cloud-based software. But it's also AI to generate insights into the vast amount of data that we are collecting. So you could call that an IoT platform. At Schneider, we call that EcoStruxure. But then we also need to take a life cycle view, right? That starts from the design of the electrical system, where we use ETAP to generate the digital twin. And that digital twin is populated with the real data from the real asset collected through the IoT platform.
Thank you. And Shashwat, where have you seen these technologies impacting the industrial technology landscape?
So, from an ETAP standpoint, where we talk primarily about the electrical digital twin technology, we see a massive adoption of artificial intelligence in our domain. Internet of Things has always been a part of the digital twin framework, but when it comes to artificial intelligence, we see a twofold impact. The first is our use of artificial intelligence within ETAP to make the lives of our customers a lot more efficient. They can do their work with natural language search. They can identify problems much faster. They can design systems with a lot more efficiency. And the second part is AI as the new heavy consumer of electricity, right? So we can see energy consumption of data centers go sky high thanks to the AI workloads that they have to deal with nowadays. And what we are trying to do is enable them to design their systems, operate their systems, maintain and optimize them with a lot more efficiency using the electrical digital twin technology.
Peter, you mentioned IoT as a foundation for emerging data and AI technologies and the powerful connection between them. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. The best way to explain this is go a little bit into a super high-level architecture diagram. Our EcoStruxure IoT platform starts with a layer of our connected products. These are products that interface directly with the process. That might be the factory process, the data center, the building. And they, of course, collect lots of data from these assets. The next layer up is what we call the edge layer. This is where this collected data is being processed in real time on the edge. So we do a lot of computations, a lot of analytics already on that edge layer. And then the next layer up from there is cloud and software and databases, where we bring together data from multiple assets in a cloud-based platform so that we can analyze that data, and the data being processed data and energy data to drive optimizations for one asset or for multiple assets. An asset being a building, a factory, a piece of infrastructure.
Now, if we position ourselves from a standpoint of an industrial company, they are striving for a competitive edge, thanks to efficiency, sustainability. How does software can enable this transformation for them?
So software is key of this transformational change that we are doing, because software brings the capability to really process data in real time. So in that IoT architecture that I have described, software is really the main differentiator of the value proposition, allowing us to do compute and control on the edge, allowing us to provision data to the cloud layer for further analytics and insights, using digital twin technologies, but also using AI.
Shashwat, on your side?
So, taking off on the digital twin technology aspect, what does this data mean from a digital twin standpoint? It all starts when we develop a single line view of the entire electrical network. Now, having the 30 years of experience that we've got with designing electrical systems, perfecting our algorithms, solvers, libraries, what we have been able to do is that when we make that single line diagram, it's a digital replica of what your physical asset needs to be. We enrich that with real-time data coming from IoT devices, which provide historical information, what's been the behavior over a period of time, and how is it behaving at this point of time. So what it helps in doing is predicting the future and understanding the present for whoever's operating these sites. So this is where digital twin technology integrates with the IoT framework.
Thank you. Now let's talk about one of the trendiest trends currently, AI, artificial intelligence. Peter, what is the transformative potential of AI for industries?
Let me maybe start with defining AI real quickly. And as at Schneider, we have embarked on a massive AI journey already 4 years ago. And when we did this 4 years ago, we were mostly talking about analytical AI, which is really generating insights in mostly structured data, often time series data that we collect from all these IoT assets. Now, what came up in the last 2-3 years is a totally new discipline of AI, which is called generative AI, which is creating new content from mostly unstructured data, all the information on the internet. Now, at Schneider, we really use both to drive the transformative needs of our clients, of our customers, and the industries that we are serving. So in many cases, we are using the analytical AI to drive insights into data that we collect. But we also use the generative AI for natural language interfaces to our products to make it much easier for our customers to interact with our portfolio. So, and more use cases are coming up, and really AI has a transformative power, which is maybe comparable to the internet 30 years ago.
Wow, so many things to talk about on this topic, but Shashwat, your thoughts on AI?
So, picking up on the artificial intelligence element, just a few weeks ago, we've announced an important collaboration with NVIDIA, which works exactly on that concept, where we've come up with a groundbreaking grid-to-chip technology. What does that mean? Today, AI workloads have taken off, and AI factories are going to be a de facto nature of a data center in the future. And for these AI factories to be developed, NVIDIA needs to develop scale of a gigawatt plant at one point of time. When we do that, it involves thousands of people working to put together billions of components and up to 200,000 miles of cables, fiber optic cables in one single site. To get this right, NVIDIA has decided to take a simulate first approach with us, leveraging the digital twin technology. ETAP comes into play when it comes to simulating the entire electrical network from the grid to the exact microchip that's being used at every data center rack. What it enables us to do is simulate precisely how the energy consumption is going to be, what exactly is going to be the behavior in the long term, how do we optimize and balance the loads over a period of time, making sure that the data centers are designed perfectly to operate for a very long time in an efficient manner. So this is where we are seeing the primary adoption of AI in our space, at least.
Yeah. Thank you. And to conclude, Peter, new frontier technology.
So I would conclude in a very simple way, describing two flows. One is the horizontal flow, the life cycle flow, which is building a digital twin first with very powerful tools like ETAP, a digital twin of the electrical system in this case, and then using this digital twin to populate it through the data that we generate through the vertical integration, through the connected product, through the edge layer, and having the full capability to simulate the digital twin before you build the real asset, but then control and monitor the real asset in comparison to the simulation that the digital twin provides. This is the power of the new frontier technologies that we have at our hands and that we want to use to make our customers even more successful tomorrow.
Great, thank you. Thank you both. This is an extremely interesting topic. Lots to say. We've only scratched the surface, so more to come for sure. Well, thank you very much both for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. We hope you look for more episodes of Shaping Industry Today with Schneider Electric.